Marley from the Energy Boutique with your energy forecast for Tuesday, December 31st. So welcome to the very last forecast that y'all are going to get from me in this year of 2024. Of course, we're moving on, we're moving forward in some big ways, but of course, we still have some cleanup to do. And of course, as eager beavers as we may be to jump into a new year and jump into new things, we're not being supported in doing any of that. So please do not set yourself up for disappointment and for failure. There are a lot of resources that are already out there for your pleasure. Meaning, please listen to the 2025 Astro overview for the year so that you understand what we're getting into. I would highly recommend that you jump over to Patreon and sign up for the mini course that I have scheduled for January 1st, where we kind of go through all of the major astrology, figure out where it's taking place in your chart. And of course, we're still in the new moon Capricorn energy here today. So if you haven't downloaded your new moon manifesting guide, I'm going to recommend you do that as well. It is free for all of my Patreon VIP members. If you want to jump over, become a member, you're definitely going to have access to all of that VIP content that, of course, I've created in order for you to stay ahead of the game. We have some interesting energies taking place here today that's definitely going to bring up all of the feels. There's going to be a high level of nostalgia, a perfect energy to wrap up the old, to really put things into perspective, put things behind us, if you will, and to start what is going to be a little bit of a lengthy journey trying to wrap up the karmic cycles that, of course, 2025 is going to fully immerse ourselves in order for us to wrap it up, for us to rise up, rise above, to actually put into practice what it is that we've learned. And of course, where it is a 9-year, it is time to put forth the energy, the wisdom, the knowledge that we have accumulated, and definitely put ourselves in a situation to rise up and rise above and kind of start moving past a lot of the energy blockages that many of us have been kind of struggling with throughout the course of 2024. So there are 9 different aspects taking place here today. 7 of them are going to involve the moon. The moon still very much in the dark phase, if you will. The moon in Capricorn going to sextile, which is a beautiful interaction with Saturn, who rules over Capricorn season, rules over this Capricorn energy, rules over this new moon in Capricorn as well. We have Mr. Saturn, the Lord of Karma, ruling over roles, responsibilities, systems, structures, foundations, and basically our belief system. In this Pisces energy, trying to wrap up a 30-year cycle, trying to dissolve the old belief system, trying to dissolve the old boundaries, systems, foundations, and structures of the old world that the old version of self had built. This is a beautiful interaction because it, first of all, allows us to be grounded enough in this present moment to put things in a realistic perspective. It gives us a little bit of an organizational energy to get our shit together, heart and head, and for us to see the plan, the strategy needed in order for us to be cleaning up the mess of 2024 and clearing the space, clearing the way for 2025. We have Mercury, ruler of the mental plane, ruler of information communication, how it is that we express ourselves in this Sagittarius energy, trining, which is a beautiful interaction with Chiron, the wounded healer, who of course is now direct in Aries energy. If you haven't listened to that astro forecast about Chiron now being direct, I'm going to recommend you do so. We're dealing with a different mood, a different attitude, totally different vibe with him now direct, helping us to boss up, helping us to heal the wounds, to heal the pain, to heal the trauma of the egoic programming in order for us to move on and move forward, anchoring in this higher version of self. Mercury and Chiron are working together to kind of give us some warm, fluffy vibes, especially to promote some healthy conversations where we're able to fully express ourselves, where we're able to paint a beautiful picture on what it is that we want to experience in the years to come. And there's going to be some aha moments that pop off in our interactions in order to put into perspective some of the tough love life lessons that we've gone through and kind of push us into a new term of acceptance on why they had to happen. This is for sure illuminating the bigger, broader picture on how it is that we've gotten here, why it is that it's important that we are here, because we have a visual on where it is now that we're supposed to be going. The moon is now going to make a positive interaction with Neptune. Neptune, of course, in his rulership in this Pisces energy. This is a beautiful interaction because, of course, Neptune in Pisces, whatever it is that we're able to dream up, conjure up, imagine, fantasize, we're able to bring it into form, bring it into this materialistic realm through the moon in Capricorn. Why? Because it gives us a grounded, logical, practical approach on needing to plan and strategize how we are going to anchor some of these goals, visions, and dreams into the physical realm. This is also going to help give us a little bit more of a grounded energy to be working with so that we don't float off into space. And of course, really provide us an option, an opportunity to get very realistic with the goals that we have for ourselves moving into the new year. We have Venus, the goddess of love, beauty, worth, pleasure, and money in this Aquarius energy, making a very positive interaction with Neptune, of course, in his rulership in Pisces energy. Neptune is the higher octave of Venus, meaning whatever it is that we can dream up, whatever it is that we can visualize, whatever it is that we can dream and imagine, we can also bring it to life through Venus's energy. She is the portal between the upper realms and the physical realm, and as long as it aligns with her values, her priorities, makes her feel safe, secure, and stable, we're able to actually plan and strategize what needs to be done in order to make the adjustments, to make the improvements in the present moment to align us with this future vision, goal, and dream. We have the moon in Capricorn energy making a positive interaction with the North Node in Aries energy, which is a beautiful interaction for us because that North Node is trying to get us on the right path, trying to show us where it is that we have a new mission, new meaning, new purpose that we have to do, that we have to pursue. And of course, because the moon in Capricorn is focused on our long-term goals, visions, and dreams, this is a great time to be thinking about the future, understanding where it is that we would like to end up, our options and opportunities to grow, to heal, to evolve, and understand where it is that we can break that down into much smaller, more manageable pieces, that we actually have power and control over making some improvements, some adjustments here in this present moment, in this present realm, to help guide us to get in alignment, to get on this new path, to reach our new soul's mission, purpose, and of course, have some experiences on the way that, again, help us anchor in this newest version of self. Of course, things are going to take a little bit of a dippy dive into the darkness here because just as we're thinking about the future, just as we're thinking good, just as we're kind of, losing ourselves in imaginary land on what the possibilities could actually mean for us if we get out of our own way and put the nose to the grindstone and actually do what needs to be done, it gets a little bit overwhelming. It gets a little bit, I'm going to say, claustrophobic in our mind space and in our heart space because the list of things that need to be done is, of course, very long, very lengthy. The moon is going to get into a square off, get into the boxing ring with Chiron, who, of course, is the wounded healer, who is now direct in this Aries energy. This is going to put us in a situation to kind of beat ourselves up and break ourselves down. Of course, the negative ass narrative that comes with the Capricorn energy going to take over instead of looking at the options and opportunities for growth, for healing, for evolvement. We're focused on the pain, the struggle, the obstacles that we're going to have to face in order to actually get to where it is that we desire to be. Again, Chiron being the wounded healer, being aspected in not such a nice way, we're going to be focusing in on the poor, woe is me, all of the wounds, all of the pain, all of the trauma, instead of looking at the strength, looking at our abilities to override those particular past programs. We're not going to sit in that for too long, though. The moon in Capricorn going to make a positive interaction with Jupiter, the planet of growth, expansion, beliefs, abundance, and blessings, who, of course, is still retrograde in this Gemini energy. We're looking back. We're looking back at how it is that we've gotten here. We're looking back at the tough love life lessons. We're plucking out the silver linings. We're understanding at this particular point in time that it's time to grow up, time to boss up, time to actually breathe new life into old projects, old ideas that got backburnered, probably due to the fact that we gave other people more power over our lives than we gave ourselves. This particular interaction is definitely sparking optimism, sparking confidence, magnifying our abilities to rewire the brain, to focus on the positives, to focus and orient to the desired outcome instead of convincing ourselves full of anxieties that, again, we're never going to be able to achieve some of the goals, visions, and dreams that, again, our higher self is definitely pushing us towards. We have the moon in Capricorn energy, then going to make a positive interaction with Mercury, ruler of the mental plane, in this Sagittarius energy. So, of course, the moon is our heart space, our emotions. Mercury is our head space, our thoughts, our ideas. In Sagittarius energy, we're thinking very optimistically about our dreams, our goals, our visions. And of course, the moon in Capricorn is a lot more logical, a lot more realistic in what it is that we're going to be able to achieve. However, they're on the same page. They are in alignment, and our heart and our head has to be in alignment before we can engage the physical body to take action and make moves in the external realm in order to actually further progress this inner realm vision into the materialized state of our outer realm. Just a reminder though, we're not going anywhere as fast. Mars, who rules over our physical energy, who promotes action, he is retrograde. His ass is sat on the bench. There are no moves to be made. There are no actions for us to be taking anytime soon. We need to get comfortable with observing, with reassessing, with reanalyzing in order for us to understand again where it is that our motivation, our drive, our passion, our desire is pushing us in a particular path that we may not actually be in alignment with any longer. So the last thing that we got going on here today is the moon in this Capricorn energy trining, which is a beautiful interaction with Uranus, the Great Awakener, who of course is retrograde in Taurus energy, highlighting where it is that we got to get out of our own damn way, where it is that we're holding on to the old, where it is that we're beating a dead horse, where it is that we have attachments to people, places, and things that are no longer supporting our growth, and trying to come up with a reason on why we're having such a hard time letting go, why we're having such a hard time making the changes that we know that we need to make. This is a positive interaction though. This is earth on earth energy, which is definitely going to ground us, put us in the present moment, make us very aware of our physical body, of our physical circumstances at this particular point in time. And of course, Uranus, he brings a shock. He brings unexpected events. He brings an epiphany. He brings a download in order for us to shift our mood, our attention, our perspective out of the funk and onto the positive. So this particular energy is likely going to kind of rattle us up a bit. It's going to give us different options and opportunities kind of explore in our headspace. And it's definitely going to highlight for us where it is that parts of self holding on to the old, again, Capricorn energy, very stuck in the past, very wanting to stick to what is tried, tested, and true, the traditional way of doing things, while Uranus, on the other hand, wants nothing to do with tradition, wants nothing to do with keeping things the same. It's time to innovate, time to make some progress. It's time to kind of rebel against how things have gone in the past and really blaze a brand new path, a brand new trail on how things are going to operate from here on out. So emotionally speaking, we are gaining a little bit of clarity on where it is that, things are going to change and where it is that it's better to roll to be dragged and where it is that we have every opportunity to be the leader, the creator of our own new worlds.